Greetings, welcome to Of Darkness and Light. My name is Echo Augustine. That's my name. My pathways are getting there. This is absurdity of the highest order, and I'm surrounded by the most giant bigots in denial in the history of the fucking world. America is insane about trans women to their core. Insane. It is an insanity. And it's bearing into the people who should be allies of trans women, who are their friends at heart, but have decided to abandon them for the privilege of a society playing trans genocide. And everyone is so stupid about it, they literally think they can hurt my feelings being mean. You can't be mean effectively to someone who is so much smarter than you. It's like a triplicate of your intelligence by earnest human standards. It kind of works that way if you're smarter at all. But the people who actually come at me with like angstful spite are the biggest idiots in the world. And that's what all of the middle ground people holding back, not standing up for trans women, are abiding. Pure ignorance of the highest order. It's a cultural genocide for the cultural retardation of bigoted men and women who are so deeply ingrained against their own natural gender expression that anyone even speaking about gender is some ideologue, because they just conflate gender with sex and they refuse to learn that lesson, and they're going to ride it to the grave. And someone like me, who makes them feel things when they're so disconnected from their heart, is just some devil poison who needs to get taken away from their kid, because there's no way that child wouldn't feel all the disgusting things I feel, the person who's watched all this pornography and like obsessed in their quiet places about either being a man or being a trans woman themselves, or they're closeted gay, or they just like always wanted to do butt stuff and they never got to. It's like, what? I'm a parent, dude. I'm a parent. Every parent gets nasty. That's how children are born. What's wrong with a trans woman having a sexuality? Nothing. I'm going to tell you a story. I was at work and I was trying to make friends, trying to make a girlfriend, right? And I had this girl that I spoke to, and we would talk outside. And she was like with a guy, right? Obviously a straight cis woman. She's telling me about her mental health journey. I'm telling her about mine. It's cool. We talk. There's one day when I'm highly schizophrenic and I'm right near the end of my time, where there's a bunch of people that come in and out of my office, and me and this guy, who are always being really nice with each other, are just kind of being playful. And I have music on, and some song comes on that has a subtextual implication. Because I am a smart cookie, my subconscious just flows with that, and everything's jovial, and I am being an earnest expression of a human being. And this girl hears me say something as a joke to the air with them in the room about music that implies, through my joke, that I left my ex because we weren't having good sex. Implies, non-explicit, implication. Their face turns sour. I apologize, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to say something that made you feel uncomfortable. That's my apology. And they said it's okay. They backed out of the room. They filed sexual harassment on me while collecting some instances in the past that they would reference that were technically against our handbook. One when I asked for like $20 on a Thursday night before payday so I could buy milk for my daughter, and they gave it to me. Another, where when I was in that, I'm looking for friends, I'm looking to have people over to use my campfire. I'm looking to have some friend to play video games with, and this girl's talking to me about a Nintendo. And I got a Nintendo Switch 2, and I was like, maybe somebody will come play Mario Kart. We can hang out. I got this cute little place. We can go on a walk outside and burn a fire, and I could have a friend. Asked them if they were interested. So I am a sexual predator of the highest order to this person, and they got my company to investigate me and in place a sexual harassment ding on my final warning, where they told me, even if she comes back later and gives us more information, you could be gone, right? And so I'm like, wonderful, that's beautiful. So there we go. People are just genociding me with lies they tell to themselves. Bunch of liars, bunch of cowardly liars who are taking a great parent from a child because they became disabled at the hands of them all, standing behind a little monster girl who did it most of all. This despicable world, the social hierarchy of cisgendered women owning thought into cognitive dissonance of blatant manipulation that doesn't make any logical sense. Disgusting. I see you females, and I say that with honor most of the time, but I don't say it when it comes to you gaslighting people to not even say female, while holding true to female is the future. You know what's terrifying? I believe in female as the future. Yeah, the word female, and the ownership of the female form being that of one that bears life. And so you have the masculine and the feminine within you. How dishonorable. I said the female word, and that breaks our cognitive dissonance, self-lie, manipulate the world by changing language so it doesn't hurt our feelings and make us understand that we've been really bad and we have to hold accountability for ourselves. And perhaps misandry is real, and we've treated males poorly, and perhaps those transgender women who we were treating as colonizers in womanhood have been treated worse by us all along, and the reason we hate them is because we don't want to face it. Maybe that's what it is, you little baby bitches. Grow the fuck up. Be human. Stop being psychopaths. Females are a bunch of psychopaths for how they treat me, literally, lying on the surface, to themselves, to everyone, to me most of all, thinking I believe it, watching me laugh in their face, hearing me tell them about the mechanisms within them and being like, no, I'm going to push harder into being in denial about that not being true, because that couldn't be true, because they couldn't be right, because they're a trans lady and I believe trans ladies are stupid and they couldn't be right about their gender. They must be wrong about everything. Wrong. That's you, ignorant fucking hoes.